Hello and welcome to the Magic Mirror podcast. I'm your host, as usual, Khan the Trinket Mage, and with me is my co-host, 33 Elk.
Hello.
Additionally, we have our other co-host, Salubrious Snail.
Hello, hello.
Today's podcast is going to be a fun one. We're talking about design trends in Commander that we've noticed over the past couple years, and we're going to discuss whether or not we think those are good or bad, or, I don't know, neutral, I guess. And then at the end, we're going to get to your questions if we have time. But first, a little mini topic. Have you guys heard about this new Commander format? Kali Commander?
I didn't even know we were doing this as a mini topic.
Yeah, I think it's a fun little mini topic. I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting how, just like conceptually, how people are like, oh, let's make a Commander variant, you know? And, you know, specifically, no hate to Cassius Marsh. I understand he has his own game store and he can run whatever events for whatever format he wants at his game store. That is like totally fine. I don't even think it's a bad thing. I just think it's interesting that the format has like no identity effectively, because the ban list is just people vote. I don't even think it's people like in the store. It's like online, right?
Yeah, I don't trust Commander players as far as I can throw them, so I think having a community ban list like that is just inherently flawed.
Yeah, I mean, I think the part of the issue, and this reminds me of a Dan Olson video from like 7 years ago about like a YouTube alternative. When you're making an alternative to something extremely popular, you explicitly need to be introducing something desirable, because what's the sell for people to swap? And I feel like community ban list is not really that. This is like a 1v1 format, so it's competing with like Canadian Highlander, I guess. So like, what's the draw instead of that? I feel like it's just not clear.
I've just gone full like I don't give a fuck mode. I'm full sit back, relax, just watch it, don't tap the glass. They're banning Prophet of Crucifix in a 1v1 format. They're doing motions I could have never dreamed of. This is like a work of art right now that we're watching.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like, so in Pioneer, when they first made Pioneer, they instantly banned all the fetch lands that would be illegal. And the reason for doing that is because they wanted the format to have a specific identity. They wanted to be eternal format that isn't a fetch land format, right? Like a ban list isn't just to get rid of cards that people like dislike or whatever. It's to shape a format and like shape the way it is interacted with.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing as well as a power level kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just really quickly, what is Pioneer? I don't know what that is.
A dead format.
Oh, okay. But anyway, I'm sorry. I know there's probably like 2 Pioneer players that listen to this podcast. I didn't mean it.
Oh no, he meant it. I meant
a little.
Look, the problem with Pioneer is that its identity now is that it's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like there just aren't enough 1v1 players to add another identity of 1v1 player to that mix, right? Because like people are just going to go to either standard or modern. I get the appeal of having an in between, but I don't know. If I wanted to play a 1v1 format and I had the money I wanted to spend on 1v1 formats, I could see playing Pioneer, but I don't know. There are other things I could do with my time.
Yeah, it's like also like you're competing with Pauper. It's like you're not going to win versus Pauper. You're not going to win versus Modern. Modern has the pedigree. I don't know. It's just a tough place to be a new 1v1 format, especially when it's basically just dual commander, but the ban list is worse.
Yeah, I mean it's difficult to be a new 1v1 format without support effectively, because you know Pioneer and Kali Commander don't have like the backing from Wizards that is required, and that's also the problem with like if we look at Pioneer, right? Pioneer does not have the backing required to like really stand alone, which makes any individual creating a new 1v1 format is like a monstrously difficult task, because like what would you do, like how are you going to support it better than Wizards is supporting Pioneer? And that's already not enough.
I think the way you would have to do it is you would have to have it very, very geographically linked. Like if it was literally Cali Commander, this is the commander we play in Fresno, and we're all on board with that. I think that works. But if you have a Discord who's doing your ban list, then like already you're not doing that. So yeah, I don't think there's enough of an audience being cultivated. I think I was mentioning this earlier. I think the sort of person who's attracted to like a community ban list thing is somebody who's been playing the game for like 1 to 2 years ish. Like that's I feel like that's the sort of person who is who has experienced a little bit of Commander and is getting a little antsy, wants to explore a little bit. That's who this appeals to, but that's not really a thing you can build a community on, I don't think.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with that. All right, is that it for our mini bonus topic? Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
I mean, I'll say that I think it's kind of fun to do this sort of thing as a game design task, but community ban list is not how you do that. If you were to like throw like a new set of rules and your own specific ban list out and say, oh, this is something I've devised, at least you've like had a creation. That's something you've created. So in principle, I find this kind of fun. It's just not super realistic as an actual thing.
I would formally like to request Cassius Marsh to stop doing all of your format communication through Instagram Reels and Facebook. I would like it if all of the format updates were put directly onto my Twitter feed so I can like them and giggle because they're very cool. I don't know. I like observing this whole thing. It's like a little thing in a petri dish.
I think you have to go to their Discord server for that, probably.
Oh, no, terrible. Okay, I guess I'll have to do
I
that.
know, slightly more involved than it being on your Twitter feed.
I know, it's terrible.
Or like a website.
It's still probably worth it. A website would be great.
A website looking website. That'll give some good authenticity to it.
All right. Moving on to our main topic, we're going to talk about some design trends in Commander and discuss whether or not we think they're good, bad, neutral, evil. You guys want any other adjectives listed there?
No.
All right, the first one we have on our list here are land cyclers. So this would be a card like Troll of Khazad-dûm. Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that.
Damn it, it's not Troll of Khazad-dûm.
I mean, it's Troll of something.
Troll of something. Some kind of troll creature.
Yeah, it's Troll of Khazad-dûm.
Oh, I can't spell Khazad-dûm.
Yeah. Well, you can't spell in general, not just Khazad-dûm.
This is true. I'm like not literate.
You forgot the triangle above the U.
I remember the old email address, Con.
Yeah. So funny. Dude, I'll have some of my friends will like correct my spelling in like the scripts that I write, and I'm like, look, as long as I know what the word is, it doesn't matter.
So true.
Anyway, Troll of Khazad-dûm is a 6-mana 6/5, can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures, and it has swamp cycling for 1. This is from Lord of the Rings. There's a whole cycle of them. They're 1 colorless, and they cycle for that land type. We also got a bunch of new basic land cyclers in Marvel. And they've kind of been like printing quite a few of these land cyclers.
Yeah, and we've seen MDFCs as well, right? MDFCs is a kind of a side topic to land cyclers, I feel like. Right, just any like spell that also is a land if you put a little effort into it, or if it's like a tap land or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like land cycling is the solution for limited because it truly is a great solution. I love throwing a 6-mana 6/6 trample in my deck that also cycles for a forest. That's great. And then I think MDFCs are probably the solution more aimed at Commander, and both of these are just solving mana issues, which I think are most severe in 60-card formats, or not 60-card formats, most severe in Limited, where you are going to be not having the same sort of fixing, not having the same sort of early filtering. So that's, I think, where land cycling is most needed. But MDFCs are also nice just for Commander. I failed to put together the thought.
Yeah, no. I believe it or not, Tutor Boy really loves the cycling, land cycling cards because, especially things with like island cycling, because you can go get like Mystic Sanctuary, you can go get Surveil Lands. There's all these like funny little cards with typed that you can go and grab.
Are you really island cycling for a Surveil Land?
I'm never island cycling for Surveil Land, but I am always island cycling for Mystic Sanctuary.
Okay.
I have island cycled for a Surveil Land.
I mean, it's not that obscene of a play.
It's
Like
just
I have
so
no
slow.
I have no play on turn 2. Let me turn my Lorien Revealed into a tapped Surveil Land. Like that makes sense to me.
Land cycling is effectively a tapped land, even if it's like a 1-mana one, and so you're playing a double tapped land.
Yeah. In my Izza deck, I have unironically went turn 1 Lorien Revealed, get a Surveil Land, play that as turn 2. I don't have like a turn 2 play.
Listen here, mid-range
I don't
boy.
think
Let
it's
the control players speak for a second.
I know I'm silencing control voices, not leaving space.
All right, Mister always has a 2-drop. Calm down.
I like having a 2-drop. It's good. You should too.
My favorite 2-drop is Lorien Revealed into Undercity Sewer.
Even if the 2-drop is just like a fucking tormenting voice or something, do it. It's better than land cycling for a Surveil Land. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I love land cycling just in general. I think it is great for this game where the mana system inherently is a little crusty, and it's kind of one of many ways that we're fixing that. MDSCs, I think, are a little more inherently clunky, but they're still fine.
People always say that they hate the mana system in Magic the Gathering, and I literally, yes, I would agree with you in the 90s. Absolutely. Dual lands and just basics, that sucks. But now we have fetches, we have surveils, we have like all these lands that enter and do things like Talon Gates of Madara and stuff. We have Urza's Caves, and some lands are practically spells like that. And then also we have lands that are literally spells with the land cyclers and the MDFCs. And I think people are really missing the fact that although the base Magic mana system is maybe not that inspired, the 30 years of band-aids that have been put on top of it have really made it the most interesting and textured mana system in any card game ever, just because like the idea of it is simple, so simple that it's bad, but the band-aids are what make it interesting and fun and engaging, more so than like ink could ever be in Lorcana or mana could ever be in Hearthstone, right?
For Eternal formats. I get dumpstered in Limited by mana routinely still at a pre-release.
Yeah, fair, but also it's like you should just be playing Cube anyway, where the fixing's awesome and fun.
Yeah, or Marvel, where they have 10 basic land cycling cards at common level. Like, there's no getting mana screwed there.
It depends on my archetype, but if I am like on the more faster mid-range tempo plan, I'll typically play 16 lands nowadays. Most cards are just like so cheap. Like a 3-drop is like a 5-drop in 2010 nowadays. So it's like, I don't know. I think you can squeak by with one fewer land to get that like extra % boost on top decking more cheap spells to throw at your opponent, because the cards just do so much now.
In like a like limited formats, not Cube?
Yeah, in limited formats in general. Like
Okay.
like when I'm playing like a pre-release, it depends on the format once again in my deck. Like it depends on a lot of things, but I have been running 16 lands like maybe 40% of the time sometimes if I'm on like a tempo aggro strategy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're on like a 1-color splash a second, it's not too bad. Anytime I'm in 3 colors, I'm running 17 because you just can't.
Anytime I'm on 3 colors and the third color isn't a splash, I'm like red alert, something has gone majorly wrong, unless it's like Tarkir.
The third color is usually a splash unless I'm having fun, which I do have fun sometimes. I will play 3 colors splash 4 at a pre-release and have a blast and get absolutely destroyed by my mana base a couple times.
That being said, 5 color in Strixhaven was pretty decent, actually.
Dude, that was an archetype for it. Yeah, I built 5-color Thanos the Mad Titan in my pre-release.
That card's cool as hell. I like the Extinction event on a creature. That commander makes a really good Obosh companion commander.
Yes, this commander also makes like a really obnoxious blink commander.
Oh yeah, and you can like power it up repeatedly.
Yeah, blink power up, blink power up. But yeah, in limited, I was ready to activate him. It was kind of crazy.
Anyway, enough land talk. I think let's move on to the next thing that has been
Sure.
shaken up.
Wait, no. I wanna ask, do you enjoy the increase in land cyclers for commanders specifically? Do you think that this is a good thing or a bad thing or a neutral thing?
I think it's not for commander. I think it's for limited, and I like it for limited. I don't care for
So
commander.
you're neutral on it for commander?
A neutral line for a commander. I think I like MDFCs for commander.
Yeah, I think I like MDFCs. I like land cycling. There's totally an argument to be made that like an oversaturation of these things can be bad, but I think if you keep them narrow, or you keep them tap lands too, then it becomes a lot harder to justify that whole argument of like, oops, all MDFCs. Like, so long as every single MDFC isn't a bolt MDFC like we got in Modern Horizons, or they're narrow.
Yeah, I think we need to stop.
They need to they need to stop printing the bolt ones, and they also need to. I think if you're going to print a bolt MDFC, it needs to be narrow. It needs to be like return all creatures to their owners, right? Like a brand effect, whatever it's called. You know what I mean? Like it returns all stolen
yeah, like
homeward
brand.
path.
I thought you meant like an evacuation.
No. I'm not evacuation on one side, untapped land on the other, please, wizards. Thank you. No, that would warm my heart, though. I would really love that card. But after that, they should stop printing bolt lands that are generic.
I agree. I think that we're at the point where you can pretty easily build a deck in Commander where every single land does something. Like your all utility lands, whether it's an MDFC, whether it's a cycling land or a land cycler, or it's a land with activated ability, like you can do that. And I actually think that's kind of a good thing as long as most of them are like tapped or the activated ability isn't too powerful. I think that's actually a good place to be. I like having your whole mana base be functionally all spells, and then you don't have the flooding out problem.
Yeah, my favorite spell, Reliquary Tower. It's like the best utility land you could ever run.
Yeah, it does so many things when you activate its cool ability.
Yeah, it's like adding colorless.
All right, next on our list is Impulse Draw.
I fucking love Impulse Draw.
I was gonna say, Alex, you put this down, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like they're trying to give red draw, but mostly sticking to impulse draw, which is exile, and you may play either this turn or until the end of your next turn, which is, I think, the most common one we're seeing, and that's arguably kind of the trend, until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, red just got a Count on Luck in Aether Drift, which is a new... They got Phyrexian Arena.
Yeah, new fucking Phyrexian Arena. Yeah, fucking kicks rocks. Yeah, sure.
But it's better because it's got triple devotion.
Low key, actually, you might be a little right. You might be a little right that triple red devotion might be like actually.
If you're playing Nykthos, man, this card will go crazy.
I much prefer Wild Wasteland to it. Is that crazy? I just like how easy it is to cast for 2 in a red if you're gonna run one of those, and it's also just funnier. That's the one that instead of drawing, you exile top 2.
Yeah, I like that one.
What?
It's 2 in a red for an enchantment.
No,
skip your draw step,
I get
yeah.
it, but like, how is this better? It's just
I never said the word better. Did that word leave my mouth? I'm sorry if it did. I did not mean. I did not mean it. I did not mean it. I did not mean it. What I mean to say is I like it more because it's easier to cast, but also it makes you commit a little bit more to the casting from exile theme. I kind of like that you can't use instants with Wild Wasteland. It's kind of fun. It makes it a silly build around.
I think that is what you said, by the way. I think I
I love Impulse Draw though. This really feels like red card draw to me, whereas like whites feels kind of like green card draw, where it's like creature, draw a card. It's that's what whites feel like all the time, or it's like gain life, draw a card. It's like you're just doing things in white that make you draw a card, whereas like Impulse Draw feels red. And I'm really glad that they found a way to give red commander decks without other colors a way to stop from gassing out. Without having like betraying the color identity entirely, because in other formats red never really needed the card draw, right? It's like the trade-off of red is that you could like blow up your opponent and your top decks were better after you like set them down to 4 life. So that Fire Blast is somewhere in your deck, you might see it soon, and then you know, but in Commander that's not really the case with 40 life totals and stuff. Like it's really hard to kill your opponents that quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen a couple alternatives to Impulse Draw. So we've seen faithless looting type effects, kind of rummaging looting, paired with graveyard synergies. That's arguably a form of draw, because
Good
stuff
old
in the
squee
graveyard.
plus loot.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be that. It can literally just be, playing cards with flashback, doing stuff with cards in graveyards isn't drawing. It doesn't even have to be an effective draw engine. We've also seen, oof, man, I'm a Malfegor player. I like, what are they called? The effects that discard your hand and then draw. I like those effects.
They're not wheels, yeah.
I'm thinking of
Skull.
was it Skullcap, or what's the artifact?
Yeah, they're like the treacherous dragon kind of effects or whatever.
Grafted Skullcap is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's you wouldn't call it a Skullcap effect. Anyway, I like those. I think they're cool.
Grafted Skull Cap.
Yeah, it's like Avaricious Dragon is the card I'm thinking of.
Yeah, the older versions of this are worded really badly. I think Avaricious Dragon is also worded really badly because they...
Pyromancer's Swath?
Yeah.
Pyromancer's Swath is like the updated one.
We should start calling them Obsession effects because of Curse of Obsession. That's just my opinion. I think Obsession's a really evocative name for what this is all about.
Well, so I think the funny thing is they're kind of phasing out the old design model of this, it seems like. So the old design model is at the beginning of your end step, you discard your hand, and then at the beginning of your draw step, you draw an additional card or two. That's generally how it works. That is not very good because if your opponent blows up...
No instance.
Well, not even that. Who gives a fuck about instance? If your opponent blows up the permanent, you just like... it's just really, really bad. You don't get the draw. You maybe discarded your last card or two in hand. That's just not good.
Pyromancer's Swath is also not even that effect. I'm completely off.
But a lot of the ones that are printing more recently are you discard and draw at the same time. So like what's there was like a room. There was like not a room. There was a case, I think, that I run in my Malfegor deck.
There's also, I think you're thinking of a Case of the Crimson Pulse.
Case of the Crimson Pulse, yeah.
There's also, we've got this in Baldur's Gate with Amber Gristle Amal.
Yeah. Where it's like discard and then draw a certain number of cards. And
like a Bedlam Reveler. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. And that's like a one-time thing, but it is the same idea. And that I think fits a similar profile, but it doesn't have quite the same drawback as Avaricious Dragon, where like you really can only play that effect when you have like cards you do not care about in hand or 0 cards in hand.
I think we're failing to understand the upside of Avaricious Dragon, though, and that it's a really cool dragon. He's cool. I like him.
It is. Yeah. And the fact that it's a dragon makes it like much better than Skullcap, I think, or any other artifact or enchantment based version of this effect.
I like Ox of Agonis better.
Ox of Agonis mogs this dumb
so
dragon for sure.
Okay, Avaricious Dragon was printed in like 2015. give it a break.
Yeah, no, you can't really compare any card to a different card that does the same thing that has escape on it.
Yeah.
But
Magic design went so crazy between like 2016 and 2020.
I remember an old standard when you'd run one Croxa just because there's a Dimir mill deck that would run around and they would mill over your Croxa and then you'd kill them with it.
Oh, that's funny. Crox is cool.
I've been running Ox of Agonis in my Flage deck and it is so crazy.
But yeah, I guess to continue the point I was making like 10 minutes ago that I forgot about for a while, we have these kind of alternatives to Impulse Draw. Yeah, we have these kind of alternatives to Impulse Draw that I think are also seeing some printing, but clearly not as much. And I don't mind that Impulse Draw is the thing that won, because I think you graveyard stuff and these kind of avaricious effects. Here, I like that. We're calling them avaricious effects now.
That works.
I think these are a little too specific, whereas Impulse Draw is much more broad, especially if you make it until the end of your next turn, because that actually does allow for instance, and that's
yeah.
I think that's broadly good. It's to be clear, it does mean that if you have like a very situational card, you can't wait on it or sit on it, but I think that's fine. I think that fits with the red color identity. So mechanically, I really like Impulse Draw that is until the end of your next turn you may cast it. In practical terms, I think it's very clunky. Like you have to like keep the cards around somewhere. But it
is kind of annoying.
This is the pile that expires this turn, and this is the new pile that doesn't expire until the end of my next turn. Oh, these are the ones I can cast for free off of this one. It's
Yeah.
like great.
You do end up with a lot of these piles.
Yeah, or I'll play Season of the Bold in my my Rada deck, which has like until the end of your next turn, whenever you cast a spell, it deals damage, and I'll just like kind of have that chilling somewhere. I'll be like, yeah, this effect is still here, I guess. It's so clunky.
Yeah, that card's so weirdly worded too, because a Season of the Bold deals the damage.
Yeah,
Right.
it's weird. So it's like a retroactive like thing. It's so goofy.
It's a really goofy card.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that Exile Slop won. I'm low key kind of like embracing Cast from Exile as a part of Magic now. It's been here since Cascade. It's gonna stay here forever. So I mean, I
Yeah.
just get used to it. I've been enjoying my Impulse Draw, especially in stupid Storm decks.
I like Cast from outside your hand because they fit a broader range of situations. But yeah, same general concept.
I like the Impulse Draw a lot. I think it's. I always think it's kind of annoying when all colors just do the same thing. Like, I wouldn't want every color to have land ramp, because that I want that to be like green's thing. But every color kind of needs card advantage, but I don't think every color needs like completely unrestricted, just straight card draw. I think it's like neat that red has its own thing.
Yeah, I wish like white and green found its own kind of thing, because like for me it's like black is milling and reaching into the graveyard, but green kind of does that. Well, green kind of just does everything, let's face it. But
Well, green draws cards when there's a creature in the vicinity.
green draws cards, period. Like at this point, it feels like
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed with white. I feel like it's always just like I made a weenie, I draw a card, or like I gained life, I draw a card. I wish it had something a little bit more unique. I guess it has flicker. That's like the white card advantage kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more disappointed by green because I feel like you could so easily make green much more interesting. But like Beast Whisperer it doesn't feel green to me. It just doesn't.
Beast Whisperer doesn't really feel green to me. You know what I do like in green is like Eladamri, Augur of Autumn, Vizier of the Menagerie, like the Future Sight 4 creatures. I like those.
Yeah, those are great. I really like when a creature deals damage, you draw that many cards. That feels more green than just drawing equal to its power.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I rip your throat out, I draw 5 cards. Like, yeah, that feels green.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like the whenever a creature enters draw, you draw equal to your greatest power. It's just so powerful and so generic. It doesn't feel green at all. It's just like guy of a big guy, whatever.
I mean, yeah. This is the reason green is the most busted color in casual EDH. It can do anything, as long as there's a creature kind of like somewhere in the vicinity.
Yeah.
I guess black is somewhat the same in terms of like they can just lose life to also do that, but I feel like life is more of a resource than just having a dude on board.
I mean,
which is
not
already a positive.
Not
thing.
really in Commander until you're getting into like the massive draw engines. If you're or
You're correct, but like a couple of Night's Whispers isn't gonna kill you, but once you cast a Stinging Study and lose like 5, you
Yeah.
can only do that so many times.
yeah.
I love peer into the abyss thing as many times as possible, please. I will peer into that abyss forever.
All right, next design trend is transform. We have gotten a lot of transforming cards recently. It used to be really just like a vampire werewolf kind of thing, but now there are way more cards that transform than in the past. We have them in Marvel superheroes, right? We got the MDFC transform superheroes. We have transform cards in Lorwyn, not Lorwyn.
Final
Wait.
Fantasy.
Yes, Lorwyn. Lorwyn Eclipse. Yeah, I'm stupid. That is Lorwyn. Where they have we did the day-night side on the same creature.
Yeah.
A
That
lot
I
of-
kind of liked. I like that one a lot.
A lot of the Avatar Angs will transform into his spirit mode. We're getting transforming sagas.
Yeah.
Things that sagas that turn into creatures that turn into sagas. I don't know, like a lot of stuff, like a lot of things that we didn't used to get.
MDFCs too. It's like
Yeah. Well, in the sagas, they feel like a very specific use case of transform that we haven't seen as much before. And I don't know how much this is the case with the Universes Beyond sets. Because I could see maybe the Avatar ones are also a little bit of this. Maybe the Final Fantasy ones are a little bit of this. I don't know those IPs well enough. But it seems like they're being used to convey the passage of time. Like a thing is in this state before it transforms, and it's in this state after it transforms. And that is like a plot-based thing. And I don't.
Yeah, it's showing character arcs in one card.
And I don't know that I like that. I don't know that I like that use case of transform. I think it is adding too much like clunky complexity and straying too far from the origins of the mechanic to me. But I also don't know how much that applies to the Universes Beyond ones I'm thinking about.
I personally think that we've kind of gone overboard with the transform cards. There's just too many per set. I don't like, I don't know. It's tough to like quantify like why I don't like it because there's so much going wrong. But I think the most poignant point I can kind of say is like, if your transform card has more text than Cecil Dark Knight, I don't know if I'm going to like it as like a design. Like I like Cecil. Cecil's a cool card. That's like one of the transforming cards that stands out in my mind is like a design like win where we have like a paladin redeeming himself. And keep in mind, I don't play Final Fantasy. But like the idea of this Dark Knight becoming redeemed, and then each side has like keyword one line of text is very nice to me.
What I think is interesting because we've seen that exact design in the 90s on a bunch of threshold cards. That was the original way they did this. Like what was it like? It was like redeem.
I know what you're talking about. Like yeah, like the imp and stuff. I like there's all these threshold cards that change color, and then also whatever when you have enough cards in your graveyard. Okay, no, I'm kind of
Repentant Vampire. Yeah, well, I think there are other ways to do this, and I think
Hinted Vampire.
Repentant Vampire. I will post. It's one that when you hit threshold, have 7 more cards in your graveyard. It turns from a black creature into a white creature that has tap destroy target black creature.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And there are a bunch of other versions of this, like, oh, it's on one side, and then when you hit threshold, it changes color and has an effect that opposes its initial state.
To me, this is still kind of not the same kind of feeling as Cecil. Because you do need to play Cecil and hit them. And then it's kind of fun to like flip the card around. Like there is a fun tactile element to flipping the card around in its sleeve. It's just like, should every legend do that in every set? Probably not.
Yeah, it's kind of a tedious thing. I feel like man, I'm looking through the transform cards. I forgot battles all transform cards too. That was a whole transforming card type they added.
Yeah, which like I like the mechanic in that I think is better designed than Planeswalkers, but yeah, I don't know.
Battles are also cast from exile slop because you exile the battle after you defeat it and cast it for free from exile.
I feel like I like the transforming aspect when the other side is sort of like significantly different. Like the Ixalan ones I think are interesting. Like the gods, they turn into a land and then you can flip them back, which I think is kind of neat. As their like immortality, they just like return to the land and then you do a ritual and like bring them back. I think it's like very flavorful. It's kind of cool. Also, when it transforms, it's a very different card. It's a land. It has a totally separate use, different purpose. And a lot of the things in Ixalan transform into lands, I feel like just doing, not that it's like a bad thing or they shouldn't have done it, but like it's character A and then now it's character A powered up. Like we've seen that so much now. I'm kind of tired of it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's there's been a lot of transforming recently and I'm just like, keep it in
They
a
did it
stride,
with
buddy.
the flip Planeswalkers do that too, right? It's like, Ral and then he's powered up as a Planeswalker.
Okay, low-key, I kind of like the flip walkers from Modern Horizons 3. Let's lay off the flip walkers, pal.
I'm not saying that I don't like them. I like them.
Yeah.
I'm playing Ral and Tameo as two of my commanders right now. Like I think they're
When do
they're
you build
fine.
Tameo? You cycle through decks every 5 seconds. When does Tameo factor in here to the Trinket Mage canon?
I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
I do cycle through decks a lot.
Okay.
But like I'm not saying that I dislike these cards or anything. I'm just saying that the like character A powered up has been done like quite a bit, and I feel like we're going to get a lot more of it because it's a very easy formula for them to do for most superheroes, right?
Yeah.
It's Jimbo on the front side and it's Super Dude on the back side.
Well,
right?
and I think superheroes is actually a rare example that actually does kind of make sense, because there's like, oh, this is my day side. Oh, this is my alter ego. Like, I think that's cute. I just don't like that they've managed to cram like 5 to 10 transform cards in like every set for the past year as well. Like, it makes it feel less notable. It's just like, this is just part of how
they spoiled us. They spoiled us too hard with all the transforming cards, and then now all the new cool transforming cards where it actually fits the flavor. It's like, why do I care? We did this for like 5 years in a row.
No, I agree. I think it's too much. I don't think it's a bad design idea. I think it's just there's so much of it.
Yeah, it should not be an every set thing. I think it should be like a once every 5, 6 sets thing.
Maybe even
one
6
or
or
two
7
cards.
sets. Yeah.
Could be like, once every 2 or 3 years even. Like, make it feel notable when it comes around.
Do you think they'll scale back on this? Because like they did that with Planeswalkers, right? They were like more Planeswalkers in every set, and then we got like War of the Spark, where we did like a billion Planeswalkers, and then that was like a Planeswalker in every pack, and then now we get like one a set.
Yeah.
If it's an Infinite set, but that makes the walkers I feel special, right?
Our R&D typically will make changes for the health of the game at a glacial speed, it feels like. Where it's like, okay, they already have the next 2 years of sets basically developed. And it isn't until the 3rd year of sets where they're like, okay, let's change how we do this. So I think we're going to get another like year or so of transforming cards, the set, and then they're probably going to start scaling it back if they deem it a problem, which honestly I think it is kind of, right. Like, this is something that most people clock as being like, this is like very complex and too many words.
Yeah, I don't think it was until like late last year or early this year that like the glut of transform really hit. So it could be a little bit.
I think part of it was just Final Fantasy was a big set. There was a lot of cards in it and a lot of transforming cards.
Yeah.
Oh, what? This character levels up or evolves? Yeah, just slap transform on this bad boy.
Yeah, are you telling me this character changes in any way throughout the original media product? That's crazy. We gotta give him some more text.
Honestly, I do prefer that over like, he changes over the course of the story. Let's give him 12 different printings.
Like,
The problem is they're doing both of those things.
They are. They are.
We have one transforming Iron Man, but we also have like 6 other Iron Men.
here's a question I have looking at the Avatar set. Do you think that we get an uncommon Aang because they want more people who go to a pre-release to see an Aang?
Yes, absolutely. No doubt in my mind.
See, okay, I talked about this in a video recently. So in Turtles, right? They advertised a turtle in every pack. Every pack you open always has one of the 4 goobers in it at a rarity, right? And I understand that they are saying, oh, hey, we want people to be like, I like TMNT, so, when I open it, I expect Michelangelo to be in the pack, right? But I don't think that this actually correlates to anything good. Or even in terms of like sales, I don't buy it.
It's for like kids. You know what I mean? It's like I open a pack and I want Pikachu in my Pokemon pack.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that because first off, in Pokemon, not every pack has Pikachu, right?
I know, but it always has like a foil thing on the back. I don't know.
So there's always a foil in the pack. That's the same thing. But like if little Timmy goes to his store, opens up a pack of TMNT, and then sees, oh, I got a foil Shredder, but no turtle, are they going to quit the game? Or, like, I don't buy that. I think they're going to be like, oh, Shredder is cool. I like TMNT. I like the main villain from it. You don't have to get exactly Donatello every single time.
Yeah, I feel like this is not an R&D decision. This was like a marketing higher-up decision. Yes,
this is a Hasbro decision.
They have a warped perspective of what a consumer wants. They're like, oh, they're buying a TMNT pack. We need to have Turtle in every pack, or else, what if they don't open Turtle? They're never going to buy another pack. They don't think about like the gameplay implication of like a common legendary in a limited environment, let alone 4 of them. They don't think about like the gameplay implication of like Oh, there's another point I had, but I'm an idiot and I forgot it. But anyway, you know what I
Well, and
mean.
imagine if there was like one singular Donatello. Wouldn't it be so much more exciting to open the Donatello, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. If there was a mythic Donatello that's like rare and hard to find, yeah, wouldn't isn't that what the collectors want? Like the collectors don't give a fuck about the common one. And the thing is, as much as there are problems with collector boosters have tanked the price of like the base version of rares and mythics. The expensive card is the super crazy, chocolate covered gold signed 1 of 1 card, right? That's the expensive thing. So if you want the mythic Donatello, it's like $3. Like anyone can get it.
Which I think is possibly good. I don't know.
Sorry, what's possibly good?
The mythic of a certain card is very accessible. I don't know. I just think back to like when I started playing the game and what was exciting, and it was like, oh, I pulled this cool planeswalker who's like $8 or $10. That's exciting, but it's also not like that far out of reach. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind the current way they do it because, like Donatello, Mutant Mechanic.
Mutant
Mutant
Maniac.
Mutant Maniac could be one of them. You don't know. The base version of the card is like $1, and then there's the alt art for $5, and then the crazy one for 2,700.
I kind of like that. Yeah, that's a good.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care that there is this insane mega version of the card that's like, near unobtainable. As long as the base version of the card's $1,
Right.
But then it's a mythic. It doesn't show up. It doesn't have to show up in every pack. And when you do see Donatello, you're like, oh, cool! Look, there he is.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't. I am not the intended audience for Universes Beyond at all. I'm probably not. I'm not interested in the media products particularly for most of them, and I'm also probably not going to be that hyped about an individual card, even if I am. So I don't have a totally good read, but I feel like fewer of each character has to be better in some ways, right?
I agree. I think there's way too many Aangs.
Even from like a business perspective, even from like a what's gonna get players the most jazzed up to buy our product. Like I don't know. I don't feel like.
Well, also I think it like helps your bottom line as wizards. So like I talked about this in my should the legend rule be removed video. In the avatar set, in the Jumpstart avatar, they have Aang a lot to learn as the uncommon Aang for the pack. But I don't understand why they needed to make another uncommon Aang instead of just using Aang the Last Airbender from the main set. Like, it's confusing because there's now another Aang. And then also, it's just like 2 uncommon ones that aren't super useful. It's not like a rare thing for collectors. There's like a bunch of other Aangs. Like, couldn't they reduce the number of Aangs and then save money because they have to design less cards for the Jumpstart set? Just have it have more main set cards in it.
Yeah, that seems pretty pretty reasonable.
Yeah, like Aang Lot to learn, by the way, it's like 14 cents. Like it's not like a rare coveted card because it's only in the Jumpstart set.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it, trying to figure out why it exists, and I don't know.
I don't know. They really needed that one for the Jumpstart booster, man.
You know what I'm really mad at Aang for? It's like I open up Scryfall, and normally when you search nothing in Scryfall, the top card would have been like Abby Matron. But now it's AANG alphabetically, so it's like when you search like any like nothing, it's always just the 15 Aang cards at the top of your query.
Yeah.
My Goat +2 Mace is still on top though.
True.
Are there any other design trends we want to talk about? You put attacks alone.
Yeah, attacks alone is just kind of an interesting thing I've noticed in the past handful of sets. Is they're kind of reintroducing that. And that was a thing like 2010-ish before. It's kind of cool.
Is that something you want to expand upon, or?
I don't know that I have anything interesting to say about it. I'm just pointing to it.
Okay, we'll have Yusuf just leave that in.
Sounds good.
I would love the one Bant enchantment that's like when a creature attacks alone, you get an extra combat step. I would love that in mono white.
Dude, we need. I want more convoluted ways to get extra combats in white. I feel like that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, no, mono white should be getting more extra combat spells. I just I want them to be differentiated from red.
Yes, 100%. Yeah,
Because I think I like red getting all of it, but I think white should untap all creatures with power 2 or less. You get an additional combat, or when you attack alone with one creature.
yeah. We could also have untap one creature, you get an additional combat, and then that rewards vigilance, right?
Yeah, and then we can finally start running Nexus of Becoming in mono white decks.
Fuck yeah.
Think about it. Think about it.
Oh, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
Moving on to the Beseech the Mirror section, this is where you beseech us for answers. All you got to do is put Mirror Mirror in your comment, and we'll get to it on the podcast. Mirror Mirror, I sacrifice my time to ask, what are your thoughts on cutting removal for goad effects, especially creature-focused removal?
I literally just think of Travis. So yeah, goading is good. Does it replace removal? No fucking shot, right? It's you're still gonna get murdered by Sheoldred the Apocalypse, even if you put a goat aura on it. The static effects of creatures nowadays suck. So being able to remove static effects like that, being able to remove attack triggers, being able to remove value like Shalane is just so much more inherently valuable than oh, it's a big creature coming at me. Big creature coming at me, who cares? I got 40 life. You know what I don't got? Infinite cards. Your card advantage engine gives you infinite cards. I don't want you to have those, right? Goad doesn't stop that. It's dangerous prospect if you just blanket replacing removal for Goad.
I mean, blanket replacing, but I think broadly I strongly disagree with what you just said. Goad does some of the things that removal does. Removal is a way to deal with value engines. It's also a way to deal with immediate threats. Some decks will be weaker to a value engine that can outgrind to them. Some won't give a shit about that as much. Some have better value generation and other ways to deal with that sort of thing. So you cannot blanket across the board cut removal for Goad, especially if your removal count is low. But if your removal count is kind of high and you're struggling with mainly big creature decks punching your face, then yeah, do it. Absolutely. Just treat it as defensive cards.
Yeah, I'm with Alex here. If I'm a deck that has a lot of creature removal, I kind of like replacing a chunk of it with goad cards. Not all of it, of course. To Elk's point, yes, there are cards with static effects, like Beast Whisper. Actually, maybe there are cards with static effects that you want to get rid of that are also reasonably statted and won't die. But it can also be removal, like with a Beast Whisper, which is a smaller creature, right? If you're it's goaded, hey buddy, you should just block and kill it. It can still be removal. But I'm a big fan of if I'm playing a Bloodthirsty Blade or Ghoulish Impetus, something that has repeatable goad. I really like that. And then I feel like I can be a little lighter on creature removal because I never have to spend the creature removal on a big thing that's hitting me because I can just goad it instead.
I really do like Bloodthirsty Blade.
It's so good.
Should play that card more.
People underestimate that one because it doesn't have additional effects like the goad auras do, without realizing the effects, the idea that an equipment is just inherently better than an aura.
Yeah, it's honestly won me quite a few games. Just you play it on someone's commander early that's kind of big, and then I don't have to worry about it. Other people have to deal with it. They're getting chunked in for damage. It's pretty good.
Another thing about Bloodthirsty Blade and other things that are kind of more narrow defensive cards is how I like to think about them, is that they also strengthen your board wipes. Because if your opponent can't attack you with their 10-10, then they have to deploy more stuff, and then suddenly your wipe is wiping more stuff. So yeah, life gain does kind of a similar thing. If you're gaining a whole bunch of life every turn, then your opponents are kind of forced to deploy more to board, and then suddenly your board wipes are better. So I think defensive cards can have some indirect value generation. It just depends on how the rest of your deck is designed.
Yeah, that's like true for exactly Bloodthirsty Blade. Like the Goad auras though, like the taunt from the ramparts, like these kinds of cards, like they don't really generate that much value. They generate good tempo though. I will give taunt from the ramparts that. The fact that they can't block with their creatures is kind of ridiculous.
A taunt from the ramparts is a finisher. That's just a finisher.
Yeah. It's literally like Winds of Abandon. Like you can't block, you die. Also, you can't attack me. Your creatures are all tapped except for like the 2 new ones you played. You die. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
The person who is to your right after you cast Taunt from the Ramparts is often in trouble because you can just swing all out at them, and then the rest of the table can also do that, and they just lose.
I love the mass goat like turn order, like insane politics of it, where you just get fucked if you're just the person immediately after the goat player.
Yeah.
All right, one more question. Mirror, mirror, have you guys had any eureka moments recently in one of your decks? A moment where you found a card that fit your deck perfectly.
I've been doing a lot of tinkering, of course, with my shitty little mono white flyers deck, Safara. I just love this stupid fucking deck so much, even though it's like low key a little fragile. But it's something I don't mind. I don't know. I like my mono white flyers. Anyway, Safara is a cheap 7/7 flying idiot. It's 1 white mana if you have 4 other flyers, and it gives your other flyers indestructible. So that's a lot of really good words on a big beater that I kill people with. Like this is a Voltron deck through and through. Like I'll give her double strike and kill you. But I only just recently realized that giving my other creatures indestructible is actually just like the perfect recipe for Pariah being insane in this deck. Because I can just stick it on one of my little idiots, and now I don't have to worry about trample anymore, which is one of the main things that killed this deck before. And then also Pariah in the game where I'm just getting blown out left, right, and center, I can just put it on an opposing creature and kill that creature. It's like the floor is a slow removal spell.
I like Pariah a lot. It's a cool card.
Pariah is probably like climbing up the ranks is like probably one of my favorite little dinky enchantments. I really like this like defensive card a lot.
A card I recently had a wow moment about, and this was actually late last year, so not super recently, but Vivian on the Hunt in my Rata deck has felt amazing because the deck has so many stupid shitter 5 and 6 mana creatures, which both means I have a lot of blockers and I have a lot of great things to sacrifice to get a much better 6 or 7 mana creature. And Vivian does that. Vivian's +2 is like a birthing pod effect. So
that card is so good.
Yeah,
that Vivian is so cool.
Yeah, and it's also just like it's a value engine. If I don't have any creatures, I just +1, get 2 creatures usually. That's fine, sure.
There's some fun combo lines you can do with that Vivian because there's a I forgot the name of the card. It's like Planebound Accomplice or whatever. It was in Modern Horizons 2, and it lets you cheat a Planeswalker from your hand into play. It sneak attacks a Planeswalker, and then you sneak attack that Vivian into play, and then you can start doing Vivian birthing pod like Planeswalker loops, which is ridiculously cool.
Yeah, I've definitely seen combos where you like sack a creature and then you find something that lets you blink the Vivian and then you sack that to go up 1 more again.
Yeah, shout out to Veladar Sovereign, of course.
Yeah, because if you
or Veladar, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you can blink into a 4-drop to flicker Vivian and then sack the 4-drop to get Kiki Jiki, and then if you can like make a copy of something that lets you get back the 4-drop and it's the blink thing, you can just go infinite. There's like a bunch of weird loops you can do.
Yeah, that seems neat. I would never run Kiki Jiki though. That's what my shitty 7 mana Chandra is for. That's my token copy.
My eureka moment, honestly, when I was brewing this Tameo list, I was like thinking of other like stupid side goals, like mini quests for my artifact deck, just like dumb things I could put in there. And then I remembered the Crown, Throne, and Scepter of Empires. And I was like, oh man, these cards are so bad and so stupid. This is perfect. So now I have a new mini side quest for this deck.
Oh my god.
Just
I remember having those cards. Those were like in my initial collection I had, and I think I achieved that state once ever. It's funny though.
I have not pulled it off yet, but I want to.
Only Yukon, you know what I mean? Like Only you could look at these horrible little artifacts and go like, yeah, this is my life now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Clock of Omens, and then I make clues with Tamio, so I can untap my Throne of Empires and make more dudes.
Yeah. Man, I forgot how bad the base state on these cards is. It's like really
Throne of
unplayable.
Empires is really bad. 4 mana, pay 1, tap, make a 1/1. And then the Scepter. The Scepter's the worst.
Yeah, the Throne of Empires is the best one for its base effect, and the base effect is the 4-mana artifact, 1 tap, create a 1/1 soldier.
Yeah, like that's like just actually kind of playable and limited, but like the rest of these are so, oh my god, they're so bad.
The Scepter just taps to ping a player. Not even a creature, a player. Crown's not too bad. The Crown actually, like, being able to just, like, tap down your opponent's biggest creature isn't horrible.
What the fuck does the throne do again?
It makes a 1/1, but it's 1 mana tap, make a 1/1. If you have all the pieces, it's 1 mana tap, make 5 1/1s.
And then the scepter is
It bolts a player.
it pings a player before it bolts a player, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That sucks so bad. Oh my god. Yeah, you know what my white whale is? It's the hand eye in Book of Vile Darkness.
I was thinking about that one too.
I really want to make Vecna happen. I love these little meld cards that where you get multiple together and they Voltron into like one thing. I'm so in love. It's such a goofy ass mechanic anytime it shows
Vecna's
up.
just an 8/8 with Indestructible though. Like
He
it's like
sucks so bad. He should have had hexproof. I wish I could go back in time and be on R&D and give that thing hexproof.
It's like Annihilator 10 to pull this off. Like this is like so fucking worthless. At least with the Empires combo, the fact that Crown of Empires is just 3 mana tap, steal a creature permanently, even if the crown is removed, is like actually legitimately powerful.
Yeah.
And if I untap that with like my Unwinding Clock or whatever, just like steal creatures, like 1 turn cycle and I'm like way ahead.
5/1 soldiers is pretty good as well. It's not too bad.
5/1 is like plenty of blockers, yeah. Yeah, you guys should see this Tamio list. It's very funny.
What if you made like a Wombo combo deck that was all about every possible card that references other cards, and you just have to assemble them?
Yeah, you play like Tron lands, you play the Book of Vile Darkness, you play the Empire pieces.
Yeah, what is it, like the Dragonfire? What's his name from Tarkir? Renowned Weaponsmith, Heart Piercer Bow, Vial of Dragonfire.
Yeah, Vile of Dragonfire. There we go.